Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream as we get started on the road to finishing the Doom Guy. The Doom Guy has been, well, this is what, part 5, I think, is what we're actually officially on of working with the Doom Guy. And it's into the point where I need to get into the brush details. We've gone a long way with the airbrushing, but now it's time to pull in with the brush. Because we've got a lot of detail we need to bring into the gun. There's a lot of armor detail that is going to have to just be brushwork. So as far as detailing with the airbrush, we've kind of gone as far as we can go. Now it's time to really kind of pull into the point where we look at the actual paintbrush to get this ready to move to the point where we're getting ready to do washes and make his armor look grimy, and that because, well, he's been fighting through hell. And trying to prevent hell from taking over our world. So the Doom Guy is definitely coming to a point where he's hopefully going to be getting to an end point. It's a beautiful model. I love the build. It is a huge thing to print. I will totally give it that it is a massive print. But it's just one of those things. Also, the deadline for me having this done is quickly approaching. So we're going to kind of dig in, do some work, get the paint brushes going. I don't think we'll be doing much with this tonight. At least I kind of am hoping not, but we will see. Kind of see what the night brings. And kind of just whoever hops in will chat, but otherwise I'm going to be focusing on this guy right in front of me here and start working definitely like his belt section. I want to definitely spend some time, especially here in this metal corseting with blacks and silvers, to kind of give that the Pacific Rim metal back piece kind of look to it. And then I've got a private commission that I've been working on, and I'm getting close to ready to paint it, but I've got a problem, and we're going to kind of go through that problem here tonight. I hope, if time permits. But right now we're going to start working with some grays and different things like that to really kind of start pulling in some of the highlights. Like on the shoulder pauldron, we'll pull in some gunmetal, different things like that, kind of make these stand out and start just really kind of pulling more of the model together. So that's the game plan, and that's what I'm going to start doing. So, and then kind of possible next model we may paint on here is I've got a really nice Federation Nebula class resin that will actually probably be going on my site up for sale here before too long. A limited collection of those. So kind of got that coming up, but also, like I said, I've got this long car that I want to show you guys. You can see the pitting is still present in the saucer. I'm going to show you guys some cool ways to deal with that. So let's hop in here. Let's get our paintbrushes. Let's get our colors. Let's get this party started. So I have no water in my cup. Oh, that's just bad. Let's get some distilled water going in the paint cup. We can get these brushes good and clean. So as you jump in tonight, if you're just joining the stream or watching this on replay, let's hit those comments where you're at tonight. What's interesting you? What's going on in your world? Let's kind of have some fun with that, shall we, tonight? Kind of make this a fun party here. All right, got some water, get my brush good and ready. Those bristles nice and ready and prepped to go. Get this wet palette open. Still everything's nice and wet in there. I just got white paint everywhere, so I wasn't paying attention. There's tonight's blooper. Mike gets white paint everywhere. That's a-okay. All right, and the first thing I'm going to start out with, of course, is one of my prized and personal favorites, dark silver. Because we've already got grays in there, so I'm going to come in with a darker silver. That way, when I come back with gunmetal, it'll give it a really good shine on these armor plates. And we may even re-glue the flamethrower in place tonight. We will see. One step at a time. I want to really pull accents into that out. And that, so we're going to just start coming in with the dark silver to kind of pull these metallic portion pieces back in. And away from that Mechanicus gray that's in here. Why I like the dark silver, it lays down a nice darkish silver. So as I come back with things like gunmetal, different things like that are lighter, it sits really nice on this dark silver. That's why I like the dark silver a whole bunch. Is it just makes everything kind of sit really well. It gets in there really, really nice. This kind of brings the armored look nicely back to it. You know, that I'm wearing battle armor. I'm wearing a metallic covering. Where the camo green and stuff kind of covers really nicely on those plates. I just really like this metallic look for this edge back section for him. That's going to clean in really, really nice. I've lost my glasses. Oh well. Who needs glasses? These are fairly big parts, so definitely just kind of getting a clean look on the spine here and all that. You can really kind of see how that's really changing, especially compared to this Mechanicum gray. It's giving it that armored metallic look, which is what I'm after. Hey, Highlander, how's it going, man? Getting some detail in on Doomguy here. Using a good old Pro Acryl paints to get some nice detail. My favorite color, the dark silver, to bring out this metallic spine in his back. Just getting that nice and brushed in there, and getting these plates nice and italicized. Yeah, the Pro Acryl, I really like this metallic. This dark silver just, I don't know, there's just something about it I love. The way it lays down. It's just clean, even brushed on. It just lays down so beautifully. And creates just a nice, actual clean metallic look in the armor. Um, it shades really well. If you come back with like Vallejo gunmetal or something like that, it will actually lay down and create a really nice highlight with the dark silver, which is something I really like about it. But yeah, this back spine has been bugging me, screaming, please paint me, please paint me. So I am getting it painted tonight. Start building in this nice highlight color into his armor. I know it's the backside, but every angle counts. I'm going for a figure like this. And that spine can be a, no, I'm not using any metallic flakes with this one. Could have thrown in some more metallic median, but I didn't do any chipping effects, at least in this layer. I thought about sealing it and doing it in the next layer up. But yeah, just the way that's laying down is making me a happy camper. No, there's no metallic flat flakes or grainy in it. It's a pretty straight metallic, which is nice. working across this belt pattern too. Each compartment slow and steady. Maybe I'll get to the bones on the stand tonight too. This backside's just been bugging me. There's so many skulls to get to. And so little time. So little time to get to it. Yeah, just using this dark silver as a base layer can enhance so much, especially on top of just gray. That's why I like it so much. Like when I do a lot of the Battlestar ships, this dark silver is just my friend to pop out metallic stuff. Or if it's supposed to be like a close black, I like the dark silver to come in and kind of give that accent against the black. Give it a, especially if it's like a glossy black, the dark silver is really good for giving like a shine to it. And it's not too silver that it's, blaringly loud. Because, yeah, I've got to come back with black in there, all kinds of stuff yet. There's so many details that have to be, unfortunately, brushed in. What's nice is, like I said, the dark silver, it's just going to quick accent, quick change the way a panel looks. Just adding that in and come back with some tan leather color and stuff too to kind of help out. But I want to hop over to the skulls. I need to change it up a little bit. I don't know why lately I have been really enjoying that bent brush. It just is sitting well with me for some reason. What color do I want to do with those skulls? Almost thinking of starting with something like mummy robes or something along that line. Oh, I think I'm going to go with Drake Tooth from Army Painter. Kind of an off-whitish tan to start on these bones. All right, so we got skulls all over the place on this. Kind of just trying to come in with this color, but I want to kind of create a pull in some areas. I don't want to just take away the black and the red from the skull. I don't want to wash away some of those really cool details that the paint has created. Underneath it. Skull color up to the headdress and go from there. This is going to be easier. I'm going to keep the horns in the red. Awesome. I know it looks really white on the camera, but it's not as white. It's more of a tan, actually, on this end. Start creating that additional contrast of all these subtle details that are just in this model. It is amazing how much subtle stuff is in here. If you're joining the stream, let us know where you are tonight. Get in that chat, guys. Let's start having conversations, especially if you want to talk about different 3D printers or anything like that. Go ahead and get that convo started, please. I am ready to answer some questions and have some fun. So I'm waiting. I know they just really started the production rollout of the Galaxy S1. So I'm hoping we will see that here, hopefully before the end of the month, that printer arrives and we can try to get an unboxing going on that printer, because that would be nice. We haven't unboxed a new printer in quite some time, or a new resin printer anyway. I don't think we've unboxed one since what, the Mighty 8K? And stay tuned for some videos coming back on some of the older printers like the Photon M3. I've been meaning to do a follow-up video on that one, now that I've actually figured out what was wrong with mine and got it working. And kind of that kind of fun stuff that always is out there. So I'm going to save the handle for next week. So I just want to kind of get this base undertone layer of white into these skulls. So when I get ready to do washes, they can come back to looking something better than just this bone white. Kind of color that I'm putting into it. And you guys can see that dark silver up on the spine that I did just a little bit earlier. It's definitely paying off. I don't want to lose too much of the red around the periphery of these, because they're floating in a river of blood. Start kind of bringing these bones to the white here as we wade through the rivers of blood created. right. As those bones go further down, I want kind of a bloodish, whitish red. Almost a horrible pink involved in them. All right. Clean up our brush. Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you showing up tonight. Appreciate the like, guys. If you join in and you like what you're seeing, definitely hit a like, especially if you like the way this guy is coming along, because I'm really stoked on how well this figure is coming together. All right, let's get some gunmetal going. Take a look at the artwork here real quick, because I'm going to kind of do some work on the shoulder pauldron. Looks like there's some silver up through there. So let's kind of go in here with some gunmetal. Kind of start giving some accent up that way. Hey, Zai, how's it going? Which one? Because I've got a Nebula class. I've got the new Neo Constitution. And I've got a Lokar class commission I've been working on. So the Nebula class is probably going to actually be next one we come up on printing, because, or not printing, on painting, because that one is a flawed one, and it's going to require a lot of painted detail that didn't come out in the printing. So since it's flawed, it's mine, basically. And I am going to paint in the details that did not print, basically. All right. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so hence why you see all the printed ships. And actually, the correct versions of the Nebula class will probably are going to be going up, a limited number going up on my site for sale. Of actually a lot of these versions, with the Neo Constitution class, and the Lokar class is just a private commission that someone has asked me to do. But I do commissions on starships, Jose, if you want to reach out to me through the rise3dprintshop.com, and hit me up on the contact over there, and I can definitely, if there's a ship you're looking for, we can talk about it. So definitely Getting some of these details on is making me feel a lot better about this model. Hey, Hank. Yeah, it was good meeting you today as well. Look forward to more conversations with you. I plan on getting over there a lot more. So, start really kind of getting some of this fun detail into this. Have you guys ever felt like you're stuck on something you're working on? Have a good one, Jose. Have a good night, man. Because I'll admit, I kind of have felt that way with this guy. For some reason, I just felt like I didn't want to work on him. And tonight, I just got I gotta go. I gotta work on this. Kind of just feeling tonight that this just needed to be on my work list. And start really kind of pulling detail into it. I am taking some artistic license with this as well, so that's what makes these fun and makes it yours. Is sometimes you got to just do it your way. Some of the colors may not be perfectly where they're supposed to be according to a picture, but that's what makes this fun, makes this a unique figure, is when you change it up a little bit. And kind of throwing that detail into that pauldron is my way of saying, I want more than just brown. And that's just coming in with some gunmetal. I'll probably come back in once the gunmetal dries with some dark silver down in here to make that gunmetal just pop and look really, really nice in comparison. And just start giving this some color and differential. Just give it some life. Now, what I haven't said is this is Vallejo gunmetal, but I'm actually brushing on Vallejo air gunmetal. So I'm not brushing on the thicker Vallejo gunmetal, I'm brushing on just the air version. So it's kind of watered down already, but I like using this in a brush because it's thinner. And for some reason, I always feel like it gives me a better shine. I don't know why. Just how it kind of has always felt to me using the airbrush version of it. Hey Douglas, how's it going, man? Kind of pull these color into these clasps right here. Kind of a shrunken down detail, but I want to make sure it gets pulled out. that edge with the gunmetal. It's kind of been rubbed. Really kind of pull that out. Just loving how that's just laying down. It looks just so clean. And where's my concept art for the helmet? Okay. So actually I am going to switch back to the dark silver, and we're going to do some work on this guy's face a little bit. Start working our way up it. So Douglas, did Creality do the return? So they're fighting you on it. I hate that. I don't understand what's going on there. I've never had a problem with where they fought me on parts. That's really kind of bugging, sitting wrong with me. Contact with like 4 or 5 different people. Oh, so at least they're talking. They're not just shunning you, right? Sorry, guys. Didn't realize I was out of view. You gotta holler at me when I do that, because sometimes I don't realize I'm further up than what the camera can see. So, my bad on that. Starting to really kind of pull that detail out of his helm. It's not cool with their customer support. So did you buy it directly from Creality, or did you purchase it through Amazon or something? There we go. Really starting to kind of get that rebreather kind of grime look into his mouth. Liking that a lot. Okay. There we go. Really starting to make that kind of stand out because I want to get these accents in before I bring in a wash, which will dinge up the armor a lot more. So kind of make it to where it looks the grime that he's been fighting through. So that's kind of, unfortunately, I probably won't get to do that, touch that for probably up to 2 weeks, because there will be no stream next week, guys. At least not on Tuesday on our regular night, because I won't be available. So and guys, if you haven't, go check out Patreon, or down below there's a join, and consider becoming a member of the channel. Your guys' contributions and stuff helps the channel out, and helps keep things going. So that dark silver in here. Have to come back with some of the normal gunmetal and fix a little bit where the dark silver kind of overlapped, but I'd be so stoked just to have the progress that I have tonight done. So what do you guys think of Doomguy so far? I mean, from a raw gray model that we started, what, 6 weeks ago with, 7 weeks ago, to what we've come to now, we have definitely come quite a distance in that little time frame. To the specced out, grunge, nasty Doomguy that we have now. Especially with the changes back here in that back spinal armor that we did earlier tonight. I'm really digging that. Start bringing in the brown, the leather to his belt. Oh, this thing is going to look so priceless. Just coming in with some of that metallics, just vavooms it. Is about the only term I can truly appreciate for it tonight is vavoom. That dark silver, like I said, just creates such a beautiful offset that it just makes it look good. Well, hopefully Douglas Creality gets you taken care of. If you want to, send your order info to me in an email. Let's see if I can help you out. I know this is probably kind of boring, guys, and I don't blame you. But, I mean, this is all part of the process of getting the model to that height. To getting to bring in those final details, to get those washes on it, to make it dazzle compared to everything else around it. And the fact that we're actually at the point where we're laying down details makes my heart sing. So I was getting tired of playing with base coats. But you can see there the Vallejo gunmetal compared, I know the light makes it kind of hard with the dark silver. Just gives a great contrast that I love in that. It makes it so much easier to work with. Especially when I come in to lay down the washes to grunge them up, it's really going to help fill in gaps and make it look really, really well. Just working my way around his belt. Trying to use up the rest of this Pro Alcohol dark silver that I've got sitting on the wet palette. Actually mix some of the gunmetal in with the dark silver for this section here. Start kind of making it so, guys, if I was to do a starship next, now granted we're going to start seeing the armor pop up in here too, because we got to do Halloween. But if I was to start working on another ship, I mean, I've got the Nebula class. Like I said, to me it's a print defect, so I'm going to paint it to where it's not a defect. So, I mean, we can do a Federation starship print. I've got that Lunkar class frigate. That's a paid commission that I'm going to be working on, because the owner of that wants their ship. And that one we'll be doing decaling and stuff. So definitely kind of one of those projects that I've got to work on. That, and here probably at the end of June, we're going to increase the tempo of streams and start having more streams. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And if you haven't, hop over to the model channel and check out my video on the Jockey paint handle that I reviewed last week. I've started using that paint handle and I actually really like it. Especially the bracer. That has definitely caught my attention. Now next week we'll also focus on the detail over here, so that's going to be a fun piece because I am unfortunately out of time for tonight. But just getting this silver detail into the model is been a big booster for just me, because I struggle with being kind of stuck. But it just kind of made it a move forward in detail and design on it that is gonna just kind of jazzing me up a little bit. And that kind of makes my day a little bit when I can feel like I have successfully made progress on something. That is huge for me some days, and today is one of those days. To kind of make that feel of motion, of movement, is huge. So definitely a big encouragement piece right there for me. So, but unfortunately, guys, I have kind of come up on time. And that little bit of motion forward is great. I honestly was holding off on getting this pauldron done before I re-adhered this piece back into the model. Yeah, like that. Because kind of reaching that detail with that on there is kind of a pain in the butt. So definitely a good time to go ahead and kind of paint in the detail, start getting the arm to look right, and especially starting to get that detail into his back is a big win for me today. So, and we got kind of some of the base coats on the skulls to start pulling their white and ickiness into it. So definitely I'm stoked by the amount of progress we made tonight. I need to get in here and kind of clean up with the black in through here, that under layer armor, and clean that up. But all in all, I'm pretty stoked with how this is coming out, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Definitely let me know if there's something that you guys want to see on camera, because I'm going to have to kind of do some quick motion with this to get it ready for a show where actually I intend on selling this at Wonderfest. Completed and painted in early June. So, well, closer to mid-June. But, and also if you're in the Louisville area and going to be around Wonderfest in June, definitely try to come out and see us. We'll have a booth there. So hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. I appreciate everybody coming, and make sure you hit that like button if you're watching. And if you're watching in the comments below, let me know on those Federation starships. If there's one, if you want to see that Nebula class over there painted, I'd really like to know. So thank you guys. Appreciate you all. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't, consider hitting the join button or going over and joining our Patreon. Help out the channel and help us grow. And we will see you guys in the next stream.